We on? We on right now? Okay. All right.
Tiyehetheru fam.
Tiyehetheru.
This is knowledge and wisdom. Oh yeah, knowledge and wisdom. That's the topic today. This is Tiyehetheru.
And it's Amuralmutula.
And the Amuralmutula.
Amuralmutula. Aries, fourth sign. What's gonna be the topic today? Topic today is let's speak about knowledge. Okay. First thing about knowledge, before you have knowledge, you got to have understanding. Understanding comes before knowledge, and after knowledge is wisdom. That's when you perceive the collectiveness of knowledge and wisdom is understanding. Just because you read something, that don't mean you understand it. You can read something all day, but that don't mean you understand it. Okay, so when you read something like anything, you know what I mean? You first of all got to understand it. That's when you proceed it to the public, when you understand it. But if you don't understand it, you shouldn't have that in the universe. So any topic except numerology, Tiyehetheru, we can go on.
Okay. We can go on. I build on the knowledge with you, bro. Well, the knowledge, damn. That knowledge, that mind, damn, is where you can get knowledge.
Off the top, by any chance, do y'all know any solutions to try to make our brothers stop killing each other?
I got the perfect solution to make our brothers stop killing each other. Like I just said, understanding, knowledge, and wisdom. Because, first of all, if the brothers understand, our young brothers and our old brothers and sisters understand that we need each other and that we'd be wiped out or extinct like dinosaurs of the old age, if they understand that, then they had a knowledge to stay alive. Once you had a knowledge to stay alive, you had an understanding to live. You know what I mean? So I say that the solution for our brothers to stop killing each other is to gain knowledge. You know what I mean? Gain knowledge yourself before you gain knowledge of anything. Because if you don't know yourself, you can't know anything. I don't care what it is. You know what I mean? And the reason our brothers and sisters is out here killing each other is because the condition that we have been put in. But, I mean, we've been put in this condition for years, for decades, centuries. So me being a black man 100%, I truly do believe that we should have overcame this a long time ago. You know what I mean? At first, we was getting hanged and whipped and all that. Now we still getting hanged and whipped and all that. The only difference is they done took off the white hoodies and they done put on cop badges. You know what I mean? So we got to overcome that. We got to overcome that by understanding that itself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of young brothers and sisters out there that's getting killed by cops and everything, you know, and the first thing they do is grab their phone and they're recording it. You know what I mean? But one thing about it is we got to fight back, because one thing every black man should have in his mind, that he'd rather die on his feet than live on his knees. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is, if you, at first, we was knocking. You know what I mean? We was knocking at the door. When they had all their food, all their glories, all our gold and everything that they stole from us back in the 60s and stuff, we was knocking at the door talking about let us in. You know what I mean? The 70s, we was peeking through the peephole. You know what I mean? Let us in. So we was seeing all the stuff that they had that they stole from us. But now, you know what I mean? We need to start kicking the door in. You know what I mean? We need to start breaking it down. You know what I mean? And I don't see that from our young black brothers because we are here on the same thing because we don't have understanding. And the only way we can get understanding is if we get the knowledge of ourselves. You know what I mean? So that's my solution to black brothers to stop killing each other.
Yeah, you took the words out of my mouth, bro. Because I was gonna say you have to know self.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know self, how you
can't know anything. You can't know anything if you don't know self. If you don't know self, you know what I mean? How can you understand anything else?
And another thing I wanted to add is we keep talking about read books.
Right.
Okay.
Reading books.
Why don't we make some new books? Some new Bibles. Let's put like all these like Moors together, Islam together. Let's get some pieces out of their thing. Hebrews, you know, Christianity, Kemetic, because really it all came from Kemetic in the first place.
Right.
So I'm saying
it all started with Kemetic.
Make a new book, family. We need some new books. And or we are the book. Okay. You are your book. Okay. Yeah. The way you live your life is your book.
It's funny that you said that we are the book. You know what I mean? Because like I know Kemetic teacher, but I also know Hebrew teacher and all that. You know what I mean? But we are the book. You know what I mean? The stuff they talk about in the Bible, you know what I mean? That's us. And I truly do believe that we are them jewels. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And notice I said them jewels. You know what I mean? We precious. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And they stole our jewels. You know what I mean? They don't want to let us hit that. Even Hitler, one of America's most hated men. You know what I mean? He knew that we was the jewels to America. He didn't want us to find that out. You know what I mean? But now we know. So since we know now, what are we going to do with that? You know what I mean? What are we going to do with that? We need action. Exactly. We need action. You know? And there's a lot of brothers out here, you know what I mean, that's about that. You know what I mean? They about you know what I mean, killing the brother, you know what I mean? Like somebody retaliate, you know what I mean? But you killing the brother. But when a cop come around or another white man come around, you ain't nothing but smiles.
And want to march.
Right, and want to march. We passed that.
Marching ain't doing nothing.
We passed that. That's what I was saying. In the 60s, we was knocking on the door. 70s, we peeking through the peephole. This is the year 2018. We need to be kicking the door down.
We need to support our own people.
But we still peeking through the peephole. You know what I mean? We need to do something else. We need to get on something different.
I think
we scared. I don't think we scared. I just don't think we had the knowledge and the understanding.
Because they thinking like forward. Everybody, like all our ancestors, went into this slavery. That's not true, fam. Because then they talk about these ships, like putting them on these slave ships. That's not the ships they were talking about. Okay, fam? They only took amount of our ancestors on these boat ships. Okay? You came from a space ship. That boat that y'all see Harut on is not a boat that floats on water. It can, but it is a space boat. Okay, it takes you through like different dimension. I don't know why nobody in Kemetic never said anything about that. Okay, y'all also is missing that part.
Young Pharaoh did.
Young Pharaoh mentioned that before.
Yeah.
Shout out to Young Pharaoh.
Shout out to Young Pharaoh.
Yeah.
SETI.
Oh yeah, General. Yeah. And shout out to Sister Moab. Yeah, I see Sister Moab out there doing her thing.
Yeah.
You know.
But you gotta really pay attention to what's going on, you know what I mean, and everything. You know what I mean? Every book that has to do with wisdom has knowledge in it. So if you take knowledge from every book or wisdom from every book, you will learn the codes that they throwing out there.
You have to really write your book. Write your book about you. You know, because that's what we reading anyway. Is other people's stories anyway in a book.
Right.
Okay. It's stories. Okay. That's why they're in a book.
Right.
So if you put your own story, as we want to call them, because actually all this is just an illusion. Like I said in the first place, y'all. Oh, this is how y'all gonna make out to be when you into your mortal and time mortal.
Right.
When you become them to people, you know, you got to learn how to come out like into spiritual back into flesh. Family, you have to learn how to do that. You know, it's spirit, flesh, spirit, flesh.
But do you think in order to write our story, you know what I mean, you got to take something from the past in order to write the future?
Yes.
Because if we're writing a book now, that's going to precede the future.
Mm-hmm.
You know
that's
what I mean?
Said,
because people back in the day ain't going to be able to read that.
Yeah. So if we get together and get these different, say, our books that people done wrote about us.
Right.
Okay. Right. So we put these books together, family, and create a new story. Because, like you said, it's 2018, right?
Yeah.
So why are we still reading the same books?
Right.
Family, there's nothing new under the sun. So we're not going to really learn nothing new. All you can do is learn you, and learn new things about you. Okay. Yeah, so you can write that down.
But also you gotta think that even though that book was written, you know what I mean, 4,000 years ago, you know what I mean?
Which book we're talking about?
I'm gonna say the Bible. I'm gonna say the Bible.
That's new.
They say the most important book in the world.
That's what they say.
What I mean? That's what they say. That's what they say.
But that's it's the same book. Okay, it's not no like talking about like really dealing with human. It's dealing with cosmos. Actually, it's dealing with the cosmos. Like all of it.
I mean, interpretation. You know what I mean? You can take it in a different interpretation, but
you can even use nature and human out of it.
Exactly.
And, but you have to read it so you can get the right understanding.
Yeah,
the knowledge of it.
That's what I'm saying. You got to read it for yourself, because if you go into a church with a crooked preacher, he only gonna read so much.
Because he under an oath, family.
Exactly. He only gonna read so much. If you read that book for yourself and get your own understanding about that book, you'll realize that you're in that book. That book is about you. You know what I mean?
I don't really think that.
You are a precious jewel. You know what I mean? And I do believe that we are the chosen people. Yes, that's why we in this condition that we is. I mean, if you look at the white man's world and then look at your world and tell me ain't something wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, if we them chosen people, you know what I mean, and we living like this, then we must have done something wrong. You know what I mean? We must have done something wrong back in the day for us to be living like this.
We was too busy hurting each other, learning how to hurt each other.
Yeah, we was breaking rules. Mm-hmm. We was breaking rules that they had given to us, because back in the day we was kings and queens.
The program of America made us like that, though.
Yeah, exactly. But we was kings and queens back in the day.
But we can get reprogrammed.
You know what I mean?
We get reprogrammed.
We was the most important thing on earth. You know what I mean? You couldn't do nothing without going through the black man or the black woman. You know what I mean? We was the richest and everything. How did we come from that to get into this? Because we broke a rule. You know what I mean? So in order to regain that status that we had, we got to get back to the truth. You know what I mean? We gotta get back to the truth. And
like
in order,
knowing.
I think as a people, we need to start trusting our own people instead of being against our own people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But a lot of people don't trust their people, because when you trust your people, you know what I mean, and they don't have the knowledge and the wisdom that you have, they backstab you. You know what I mean? Like if I know, you know what I mean, my people is gonna rob me, you know what I mean, I'm not gonna trust him. You know what I mean? Black, white, Hispanic, or whatever. I'm not gonna trust him. So we gotta spread this knowledge, you know what I mean, to the people in order for us to connect.
Unless we separate.
That's another thing. And I think I
let
really
them
think
have
that
America.
we need that.
Y'all know how big, as
really
they
think
call
we
it,
need
Africa, but I'm gonna call it the land of plenty. The land of plenty. Okay? The land of plenty.
Now I'm call it Akakabulaka.
Because they named it. Why I can't name it what I want to name it?
Akakabulaka.
Okay,
that was the real name of Africa.
Akabona.
Akakabulaka. Akakabulaka. That was the real name of Africa.
And started speaking our own language, or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then talking about Africa. I mean, I love my people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I love all my melanated people. You know what I mean? But right now, you know what I mean, African people really ain't getting gunned down in these streets. African people ain't really getting killed out in these streets.
Yes, they are. They're going over there and shooting them up.
Yeah, but I'm talking about here in America.
Oh yeah, while we need to do America. Yeah, we can't do Africa.
We need to do black people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Black people. How is it that all the other ethnic groups that come here is doing better than the Black Americans that's here, that been here, that built the country? Why is the Mexicans coming, the Somalians coming?
Because we let it happen.
Ethiopians is coming, and they all live in nice houses. As soon as they get here,
it was all a plan.
We're not a control.
Called 2,000 racks.
We're not a control of none of that.
All you do is Google 2,000 racks.
We ain't in control of who come here and who do what.
But they know what I mean? But we do.
It all been a plan. It was a plan to destroy the black man and woman and child.
We got to stop destroying our own black people.
Yes.
Black people stand up together.
Yes.
Exactly.
And no leader. We don't need no leader because they're going to kill our leader. Okay? You know, we got to lead. We got to all lead in this together. We got to go together and lead. We can't be like, like even like game bangers. Like y'all call them game bangers because I call them my brothers and sisters.
But see,
I still call game bangers my brothers and sisters. I don't call them game bangers.
Back in the day, way back in the day,
because they are gang.
They
are our military.
His name was Willie Lynch.
All right.
You know what I mean? His name was Willie Lynch. He wrote a letter. You know what I mean? He wrote a letter that said he gonna put light skin against dark skin and all that. Till this day, that letter is the truth.
Yes.
That letter is the truth. Yes. And what kills me is this man was pure white.
Because he spoke it and he wrote it. So
if he was pure white,
how
did he know that about the melanated people? You know what I mean? So if this is still going on today, you know what I mean, 400 years plus, why haven't we overcame that? Is something wrong? You know what I mean? That's a mental thing. It ain't a physical thing.
It's called living in the matrix. We in a matrix, we in their web, okay? And we scared to separate. Okay? So or if we don't want to separate, we might as well just start taking shit back.
Right, but how we take it back?
Going in their houses like they did us. Kicking in. Well, I'm just saying.
No,
they do it to us, and they still doing it.
Yeah, but right now, in this day and time, we get gunned down like that.
Yes, we
know what I mean? Because their army, they've been building their army for 400 years. We just now building our army.
We don't even have one.
You know what I mean? Or we don't even have one.
We have one, We just need to get organized.
Right.
We need to get organized.
Our own culture.
Right. And I
they ask us, what is our culture? What is it? Barbecuing, drinking some beer, the girls twerking. We don't have no history like it.
Because everybody thinking we Africans. Everybody thinking
exactly. We're not Africans.
We're this. We're not Negro.
We're not Americans.
We're none of that.
You know what I mean?
We are like beings. We're from space. I don't care.
We're not Americans and we're not Africans.
So this why
we say we like beings. I don't deny that. You know what I mean? I don't deny that.
What I mean,
but I do think.
Do you know what I mean when I say like beings, though, bro?
Yeah, that we're from the planets. That we're universal people.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I have no problem with that. But I do believe that we are the chosen ones.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That we are the chosen ones that Bible speak about.
You know how I know that we are the chosen children?
That we're going to have our turn.
Yes, we are.
In the Bible, it says
everything got to come back to darkness.
Exactly. It's going to reverse. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, why instead of waiting till later, why not now? You know what I mean?
Right.
If 3,000 people, black people, melanated people, can go to a concert to see a rapper, you know what I mean? Why can't 300,000 black people go in front of the White House and demand what's ours? You know what I mean? We the only nation, we the only civilization that don't got nothing belong to us. You got little China, you got little Haiti, you got little Italy.
And all of it is ours.
We don't have a little black or a little nigga or a little Hebrew. You know what I mean? Or a little melanated. You know what I mean?
They get off that we Africans and come back, because if you want to keep saying we Africans, because we migrated, all it is. All of it is ours.
Yeah,
the whole world.
The first everywhere.
Okay, so we can't keep
everywhere.
Locating ourselves in one specific spot.
Right.
We ain't doing that because you letting them have all our land.
Right.
No. Right. They already got that. We getting this back.
Right.
So I keep telling y'all we like beings. Okay? You from space. Because when you in that womb of your mother, don't it look like space? You taking up space. In the beginning, space, matter, and time. Okay? You in her space. You are the matter. Okay? And there is no time. We didn't have no time. Fam. The time they're talking about is going in time into spiritual realms. Okay? That's the time when that in that womb. That's spiritual.
That's deep, sister.
You know, that's spiritual.
That's deep. That's deep right there.
Because you have to look at things in a universal law.
Yeah.
And not man law.
Yeah.
So as soon as you come back to universal law, then you getting with the program. And you have to come back to the cosmos and nature. This is why I said you are the book already. You already the story.
Yeah, you already the story.
Okay? So now what you need to know, you need to know.
Yeah,
not believe, no hope, none of that.
Yeah.
You need to know. Because
you need to understand it. Then you need to follow it. Then you gotta live by that.
And like we said, everything gonna come back to darkness, right, bro?
Yeah, it's gonna come back to darkness.
You know why everything got come back to darkness? Because we came from darkness, from that womb. I mean, and our mothers brought us to the light.
Yeah, okay? Old man told me the light only shines through the darkness that was already there.
And Ray,
you know what I mean? You can't have light unless you have darkness.
You see, the sun, Ray is getting closer to the earth, bro. So the white man only have a certain time on this earth.
Yeah.
Okay, he cannot deal with
that's universal fact.
And that's why we are the divine.
That's why when it's 101 degrees outside, a black person step outside, you know what I mean? Only thing he gonna do is get darker. You know what I mean? But a white person step outside, he gonna blister up. You know what I mean? He gonna turn red, he gonna burn. You know what I mean? This earth is not made for him. You know what I mean? So that tells you right there that everything here belongs to us.
Everything.
You know what I mean? The only power they got is the power that we give them. It's like they're playing a Monopoly game or some sort of game on our backs. You know what I mean? While we on our knees, And all we gotta do is stand up, and it's game over.
Hi, Daddy. Daddy, look at my shoes.
I see.
I got my haircut, Daddy.
I got my haircut.
I see. Yeah. So all we gotta do is stand up, and it's game over. That's it. It's simple. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of black people is scared to stand up for themselves because they're scared of the white man. They're scared of the system. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Sister, yeah, Tyru.
Yeah, we are scared. We are scared, bro. I have to get used to the camera. It's my first day doing this filming, so y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit till I learn this.
Yeah, if us dark people, melanated people, stuck together like other nations do, we would rule the world like we used to, because we have it in us. You know what I mean? Because we used to rule the world, so we have it in our genes. You know what I mean? We just got to get it back. You got to open your eye. You know what I mean? Notice I didn't say eyes. You know what I mean? I said eye. You know, you gotta open that third eye. You gotta see beyond this system, because this system is just really plagiaristic anchoricism. And what that means is everything that you see has another meaning to it. You know what I mean? You see money, you know what I mean? You think going to buy something. You know what I mean? Money ain't nothing but a sense of control. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing but a sense of control. It's gonna control you. You know what I mean? TV. You know what I mean? Break that down. Television is telling you a vision. You know what I mean? If you want to see a television, look out in the world. You don't have to watch a TV. You don't have to watch a program. It's programming. That's it. You know what I mean? They think the people that go off the grid and live in the woods for years and grow long beards with dreads and stuff, they call them people crazy. You know what I mean? But the real people that's crazy is the one that's sitting there watching that TV 24/7, you know what I mean? And not connected to the world because they're getting programmed by the media. You got to get into yourself, learn nature. Because that's the only thing that's gonna save you. You know what I mean? You came from nature, and when you die, you're gonna go back to it. Flat out. And it ain't no middle. You're gonna go back to it. From the womb to the tomb. I got that tatted on me.
From the womb to the tomb.
I got that tatted on me, you know?
You want hair, Daddy?
Yeah, I see.
Good, you got an earring.
Yes.
And this is Amuralmutula, and this is Sister Tiyehetheru.
Yes, I'm Tiyehetheru, yeah.
Yes, and I'm about to go. I'm about to blast off into the solar system.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Me too.
So
get high.
I'll see y'all on another day. We're gonna do this again.
We're gonna do this again tomorrow.
You ain't gonna miss nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So tune in. Again, I am Amuralmutula, and this is Sister
Tiyehetheru.
And we'll see y'all again.
Cosmo Kid. Hotep Haru.
Daddy, what you say? Like. Wow, that was. They got a new barber.